Hi everyone, this is Mitternacht Cosplay and I am so sorry for this video being so crazy delayed, but as you can see we moved to a new apartment and it took a lot of time, but I'm really glad we did because now I have my own, we have our own cosplay workshop. And as you can see, we're not quite done yet, but we're working on it. And also this camera is really shitty, so I'm also getting a new one because I feel bad for you for having to watch this crap quality. Sorry. Let's get started with the Q&As. First question. Who's your favorite Undertale character? I have my computer down here, that's why my favorite Undertale character is Undyne. It's not that hard to guess. Where do you get your wigs, and should I order wigs online? Well, if you live in Sweden like me, there are next to no store that sells wigs, so I order all my wigs online, and I love to order from artawigs.com because they have a great variety of wigs and colors, but mainly I just buy eBay crap wigs. Which makeup brands do you prefer to use for cosplay? Depends. My fingers are all bushy because I dyed my hair yesterday. For body paint and stuff, I really like to use, I have no idea how to pronounce it, Grimage and Krula. I'll just type it down here somewhere and you can, because I cannot pronounce things properly. But really I don't have any specific brands that I recommend because I mix and try a lot of different ones and then I just use the ones that work best for me. So how have your makeup skills improved or changed since you started? It's changed so much because when I started cosplay I never used makeup at all because I was of the firm belief that if you used makeup or wigs, you were fake, or you needed to use your real hair and your natural skin. Anyway, I was young and stupid, but of course you can use your natural hair, but you know, I learned so much like only for the last 2 or 3 years or so, and basically I guess I've gotten to know a lot better which products to use and which not to use and how to use them and how my face works in different angles, and yeah. What was your very first cosplay? I guess my first real cosplay was Deidara from Naruto, because it was the first one I wore at a convention, but my first cosplay was Luffy from One Piece, which I wore at a cosplay party when I was like 15 or something. What are you going to do for 20k? Oh, and this is fun because while I'm recording this, we already reached 20k and I have no idea what to do. So please let me know if you have any ideas or anything you want to do to celebrate 20k, and thank you so much, guys. It's crazy that we already reached. It's just crazy. Just please write in the comments what you would like to see for 20k. Favorite cosplay? It's really hard because I love all my cosplays for different reasons. I loved my Pokemon and Vampire the Masquerade cosplays because I got to be part of amazing groups, and I loved Yellow Diamond and Undyne because I met some great fans of the series and the games while wearing those. And I love my Midnight costume that I made like 2009 because it was the costume that got me into like the convention community and stuff. So it really depends on... I love all my costumes because if I didn't, I would never have the energy to make them. My favorite Undertale ship. This is so hard and I'm going to offend so many people if I say the wrong answer. No, it's Alphys Undyne. Yeah, it wasn't even hard, sorry. Hi! Are you interested in foreign cons? Because it would be amazing if con organizers from my country managed to bring you here. Yeah, I would love to go to foreign cons. I do occasionally. I've been to, this summer we went to Norway and Denmark, and we also went to England. But the thing is, I'm still a poor student and it's expensive to travel, so the best thing to do would like, I can rarely afford go if I'm not invited as a guest, so If I would be invited as a guest for a con, I would love to go anyway. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized ducks? What? I don't like to fight animals, but I guess a horse-sized duck would be pretty terrifying. The most complicated cosplay I've ever worn is probably the Siam cosplay from Silent Hill that I made with my boyfriend, because it basically is me lying on his back while he's walking, so it was very uncomfortable for both of us, and it was just generally a hard costume. It was a lot of fun and we won a lot of prizes with it, so it was worth it. What's your favorite anime? Well, I'm actually not an anime person, not really. I don't watch a lot of anime, but I really like the Berserk anime, and when I was little I loved Oran High School Host Club, and also of course One Piece, and to some extent Naruto, but probably One Piece because I love the voice actors and I'm just a general One Piece nerd, so there's that. My favorite video game is really hard because I would probably say Legend of Zelda because that's what I grew up with, but World of Warcraft had a really great impact on me because I met so many of my best friends there and it inspired me a lot cosplay wise. So probably, I also really love the Silent Hill games, and yeah, and Borderlands has been a lot of fun, and all the Telltale games. I'm a huge game nerd, so I can't really pick one, but there are many good games. What's your favorite convention to go to? This is a lot of fun because in Sweden where I live there aren't a lot of conventions, which means that I have started visiting some conventions outside of Sweden, and I have to say the con I've had the most fun at would be MCM Comic Con in London, because I don't know, I love the venue and the people are so nice, and it was crazy that so many people recognized me when I was there this spring and last year, and I don't know, I really like England, and yeah, I would have to say Comic Con probably. What's the shortest amount of time it has ever taken for me to make a cosplay? Whoa, the shortest time it's ever taken for me to make a cosplay? Probably Maeve, because I made her in like a week, maybe a week and a half before DreamHack, because Yaya Han and Kamui Cosplay were coming as judges and I really wanted to go, and I didn't have any costumes, so I really rushed this costume together. It was not my best work, but it's a fresh bub of mine because it was a lot of fun to make and to wear. How did your friends and family react when you first started cosplaying? This is a fun question because my dad, when he was younger, was a huge nerd. He still is, and he was into Dungeons and Dragons and like conventions and Lord of the Rings and stuff. So when I started doing the same thing, it really wasn't a surprise for him. My mom is super creative and taught me so many things that I've used in my cosplay, so she wasn't really surprised either, and they were very chill with my cosplay. Like they said, like, as long as you don't let it get away of your school or your work, it's okay. And since my little sister is into it as well, and also my boyfriend, we're like a big cozy cosplay family. My most expensive cosplay was probably Nuala from Hellboy, because we decided that we would use the real contacts, like buy them from the people who made their contacts for the movie, and they cost like, I can't even remember, $400, maybe 3 or 4, 5, I can't, somewhere around there, because they were hand painted and really expensive, but we used some money that I won from a cosplay contest to buy them, which is why we could afford them, otherwise we couldn't have. So, do you have any future cosplays you can tell us about? The thing is, my boyfriend just qualified for the Swedish Cosplay Championship, and so I will lay low for a while to give him space to work on his costume. I will not be helping him because it's still a contest, but I feel like he needs our workshop better than I do right now, so I will just lay low and don't stress him and take up space for him. So I will do some minor projects, like I will do a gender bent Hellboy costume, And also we're making Breaking Bad cosplays, which will be so much fun. What level are you in Pokemon Go? Like 25, 26. Extremely low, because as soon as summer ended I couldn't be asked to go outside anymore because I'm a really cold person, which is why I don't get why I live in this cold country, but I do. So I freeze all the time, which is why I don't leave the house unless it's summer. Does your name have a specific background? Yes, it does. And I can barely pronounce it myself, but Mitternacht is a German word which means midnight, and the reason I choose it is because it's from a song that I really loved when I was like 14, and it stuck. You know how a lot of us are stuck with names that we chose when we were young and stupid, like Hotmail addresses, you know what I'm talking about. How long does it take to finish a cosplay makeup? Well, it depends. Like makeups that I know how to do for like Undyne or Yellow Diamond takes up to 20 or 30 minutes because I've already done them so many times. And more complicated makeups like Five Nights at Freddy's or Borderlands with a lot of shading and stuff takes up to 2 or 3 hours, 1, 2, 3, because often when I do a makeup I have no idea what I'm doing, so I just experiment, and it like I do something and then I remove it and then I do it over. Like when I did my Alphys makeup, I think I redid the scales 2 or 3 times because I never got the scales right, like how I wanted them to be. That stuff you never see, but it happens. Will you cosplay more Steven Universe? Yes! Hells yes! I would love to cosplay all the Steven Universe. I would love to do Centipedal, and I would love to do a Diamond Authority group, but I just, when it comes to Steven Universe, I am willing to do anything. Tips on creating costumes for beginners. Well, we spoke about this a bit earlier, I think, but one thing that's important is that there is really nothing right or wrong in cosplay as long as you don't hurt yourself or anyone else. But like a lot of people believe that you need these expensive materials like Wonderflex or Warbler to do cosplay, which you really don't. You can use anything I've used cardboard and pizza boxes for so many costumes, and foam mattresses, and as well with makeup, because it's stupid to buy expensive stuff when you don't know how to use it yet. So what I do for makeup, I go to H&M and buy their cheap own brand makeup, which is still good, but it's like cheaper. And then I just play around with it, and then when I know what to do, I can get expensive or better makeup, because you really don't need to buy a lot of things or use expensive materials to cosplay. You can do anything really. So we have time for one last question, and have you ever wanted to do a certain cosplay but never actually done it? Yes, all the time, because my attention span is like this. So I get excited for one costume and then live for it like for a week, and then the next week I get excited for another costume and another and another. So I have so many costumes saved up that I really want to do someday, but like I get out of hype and then my friends want to do groups. So what I need to do is start with a costume as soon as possible, and then I can't stop. Okay, that's pretty much all we had time for today, but thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for 20k. It's crazy that we were this many. Please let me know if you want me or us to do something special for 20k. It could be anything like a live stream or tutorial or vlog or whatever, really. Just write in the comments what you would like to see and I will look it up. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and see you all next time. Stay determined.